First vault.
With Metihan Karten from Turkey, qualified in 4th place. The 20-year-old. Showed good form in the flight. Kept his legs well together. Very nice, just on the line there, so he did come over slightly. But he didn't go past the line, which is good. Very nice shape. Does look nice, doesn't it, when those heels are kept together. In qualification, he went with 4.8 difficulty. Acknowledges the judges. What can he do with his second vault? Very nicely through those tuck somersaults. And he looks overall very pleased with his performance. Not easy going first. That triple there. You won't get the 0.1 bonus for sticking, but his execution was pretty strong, keeping the arms straight there. Just a little bit leaning forward at the end, so he had no option but to protect himself from falling by putting the one leg out. Score in qualification. The score in qualification was 13.183. He has increased on that. He's got the same difficulty. It's a 13.966.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing Hungary, Botton Molnar. First vault.
Botton Molnar from Hungary. He also went with 4.8 difficulties. Starts off with a triple. Really moved forward quite a long way from the vault. It's important to get the height to allow you to get those rotations in. And a very good effort there. Really got the dismount there.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing Hungary, Botton Molnar. Second vault.
His second vault was a 4.8 in qualification. Just letting the foot come out to the side there. Keeping those elbows locked. And overall, the legs well together. Bronze medalist in Hungary back in 2023. Lives in Budapest. 14.050, putting him into first place. and a lot of improvement on his qualification score of 13.1. Did get the 0.1 penalty for the foot coming outside of the line. The silver medalist from the floor, Martin Migic from Austria, 6th qualifier. Really flew through the air there. Just taking that little hop to the side, but going for the triple again. Really had to bend forward quite a lot to control that at the end. Had a 4.8 difficulty for his first vault and a 4.4 for the second vault in qualification. Big step back at the end. So hard to stick those landings. The momentum that you get from the powerful run up here. But again, good form in the air. Competed in 6 World Challenge Cups last year. Got a couple of 4th places, but not in this apparatus. 13.416. And again, that is an increase on his qualification by about 0.4. Daniel Trifonov from Bulgaria, qualified 3rd. Very much hoping to get on the podium today, but will need to have excellent execution because his difficulty is sometimes down a bit on some of the others. Solid start for the 21-year-old, comes from Sofia. Arms were really nicely placed. Very good line. Just losing it a little bit at the end there.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing Bulgaria, Daniel Trifonov. 2nd vault.
2nd vault for the 21-year-old. Fabulous, just a little hop forward at the end. But another very good display by Trifonov. Has won a few medals over the last few years on this apparatus. Took a bronze last year in Uzbekistan at the World Challenge Cup, a silver the year before when it was held in Hungary. Is it going to be another medal for him today? .616 was his score in a qualification. As I said, he has to have really good execution if he wants to get on that podium, because the difficulty is lower. But he did qualify in 3rd place, 14.083. about a 0.4 increase on his qualification, and that currently puts him into first place. Now it will be a little bit of a waiting game for him. 4 more gymnasts to compete. So we now have the warm-up for the last 4 competitors. And in this group we have the ones that have qualified in first and second place. Hasan Sulimov from Kazakhstan. He qualified in first place. He will be going second to last. And then Chun Chen Ying from Malaysia. They were going for much higher degree difficulty on the vaults. In qualification, they both went for 5.2 on both of their vaults. It's all about risk and reward. Going as hard as you can, but managing to get the execution as well. Enktushrin Damdin George will be leading the way from Mongolia, the 23-year-old. He qualified in 8th place. He will also be doing a 4.8 and a 4.4, similar to the last 2 gymnasts that we've seen. Just making sure everything is set up absolutely right for him.
Walk is over, good luck.
The chalk to help with the grip.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing Mongolia.
So Enktushrin Damdin George, representing Mongolia. First vaulting qualification was the 4.8, so the more difficult of the 2 for him. Very nice. That little hop forward, it is so difficult to get the 0.1 stick. That little extra bonus. But very centred, and he had his hip square at the end. The judges will certainly be looking for that. Good extension in those legs. Just a bit piked.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing Mongolia, Enktushrin Damdin George, second vault.
4.4 was his difficulty of his second vault. Good execution. And I'm sure he was absolutely delighted to have got a qualification spot. 8th place. 12.966 was his total to get that qualification. There are always 3 reserves as well. And the first reserve was Nurten Udrazov from Kazakhstan, 12.899. So literally just 0.1 being the difference between qualification or not.
Ladies and and gentlemen, representing Malaysia, Muhammad Shanul
13.599. It's another one who has got much higher in finals, has raised his game since the qualifications. Mohamed Amy. A nice triple. Very fluid through the moves. Just sitting slightly back at the end, so had to take that little hop. Here representing Malaysia, qualified 7th, 12.999.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing Malaysia, Muhammad Shanul second ball.
Both of his vaults were a 4.8. Oh, what a shame. The leg's very bent. Didn't quite get round enough. Can see here, needs to get his legs underneath the body. They were too far forward. Competed at the World Championships last year. Hasn't been in a World Cup since 2024. And it was in Azerbaijan. Made finals there though. So 12.999 was his qualification. 13.333.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing Kazakhstan, Suleiman.
So Trifonov guaranteed a medal. As we move on to Asan Sulimov from Kazakhstan, qualified first, had two 5.2 difficulty vaults. Oh, the Dragulescu. Unfortunately, a few steps back, but the Dragulescu, named after Marian Dragulescu, the Romanian, 31 medals across Olympic Games, World Championships and European Championships. A popular element. Can also be done in the pike position as well, which is a 0.4 more on the difficulty. He did have a 0.1 deduction on the first vault in qualification as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing Kazakhstan, Hasan Salimov.
Stayed within the lines on that vault, just that large setback. Now for his second vault, what can he do here? Well, he's really pushing the difficulty up, and unfortunately the execution didn't quite match it today. He was a silver medalist at the World Cup in Egypt earlier this year. So he certainly has huge potential. Took a gold in the vault at the World Challenge Cup in Hungary. That was a couple of years ago. Also in Turkey the same year, so he certainly has the ability. But added pressure on you when you qualified first, because you want to go out there and do it exactly the same. 13.9 was his qualification score, so he would have had to have upped that anyway. 13.583. Trifonov from Bulgaria, currently lying in first place. As we move on to the final competitor, Chun Chen Ing from Malaysia. He is also going for two more difficult vaults, both at 5.2. That's what he did in qualification. Good vault. Just needs to get the landings a bit tidier. And maybe the heels together just a little bit more as well. Fabulous to see two gymnasts from Malaysia in this final.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing Malaysia, Chun Chen Ing.
And now for his second vault. Very strong, very nice on the... Got really good height there. Got his hips round all the way in that rotation. A very nice Dragulescu. Look at the height that he gets there. Gave himself so much time. Crouched down a little bit too much on the landing, but overall a very strong performance indeed. But everybody else has raised their game. He scored 13.883 in qualification, but he needs to score up in the 14s. 14.083 is currently the highest score. And it's a 14.183. Absolute delight for him. That score is going to be strong enough to take the gold. So confirmation. Chun Chen Ing from Malaysia taking the gold, 14.183. Botton Molnar from Hungary taking the bronze, 14.050. Daniel Trifonov taking the silver, 14.083.
And first place in gold medal, representing Malaysia, Chun Chen Ing.
But it was left to the last gymnast to compete, Chun Chen Ing from Malaysia, taking the gold, 14.183.
Second place awards President of Local Organizing Committee, Olympic medalist and world champion Jordan Jovchev.
Второ място награждава Йордан Йовчев, президент Български организационен комитет.
And first place award President of Bulgarian Artistic Gymnastic Federation, Vice Olympic champion Krasimir Dunev.
Първо място награждава Красимир Дунев, президент на Българска федерация по спортна гимнастика.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise up for the national anthem of Malaysia. Huge applause for the champions. Photograph.
Confirmation then. Chun Chen-Ying taking the gold, Daniel Trifnov the silver, and Patond Molnar the bronze. Here is the start list. There are 9 competing today in this final because they are allowed a wild card. If the host country doesn't actually qualify in the top 8, they're allowed to have a wild card, but the wild card must then go first. As it happens, actually, the wild card was the first reserve anyway, so she has been moved up and she will go first. They go over the time. So we start with the wild card of Nicole Stoimenova from Bulgaria, qualified 9th. So would have been first reserve. Very nicely through the wolf turn. Oh, what a shame. Straight back on, didn't waste any time at all, did she? Free walkover, letting her down there. Some small adjustments needed. Very graceful flowing arms. Getting the support of the crowd. Encourage her. Well done. Well, she is bound to be a little bit disappointed with that, but it's all good experience as well. Competed at the World Championships last year and also competed in Croatia at the World Cup earlier this year. Didn't make any finals in that, So this is really great experience for her. This was really steady, very impressive. The back flip there. But the free one, not managing to control it. Splits need to be as high as possible and in alignment, both legs. Took a bronze in the beam. That was at the World Challenge Cup last year in Bulgaria. So she has been on the podium before. 12.366 was her score in qualification. 4.8 difficulty. 9.666. And slight reduction on the difficulty as well. 4 points taken off if you do fall off the beam. As we move to Amy Jorgensen from Canada. Qualified in 8th place. 4.9 was her difficulty. Very nice. Looking confident. Good on the split turns. Very solid on the free walkover. Showing good posture. Lovely extension in her feet. Building up for the dismount. Excellent. I'm sure she was very inspired by her teammate Coralie Demertz yesterday, who won gold in the uneven bars. But Amy certainly coming out and giving very confident performance overall. Just a few little adjustments here and there. That was excellent. Very nice positioning of the hands as well. Hasn't competed so extensively on the World Cup stage, World Challenge Cups. It's a 12.6, so a slight increase on her qualification of about just less than 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing Ukraine, Diana Lobog.
Diana Lobog from Ukraine qualified in 1st place. She goes for a much more difficult program. She had a difficulty of 6. Beautiful start. Just 17 years of age. I like the speed that she got there. Very nice. Oh no. Quickly back onto the beam though. Needs to control the nerves. She's such an elegant gymnast. Some nice beam work. Nicely through the wolf spin. Double tuck to finish. She will be frustrated at that one error that will mean a deduction of a point. But she is a gymnast that I always enjoy watching. So confident to start. She qualified first in the uneven bars as well, but unfortunately didn't medal on that occasion because she did fall off. But considering she's only 17 years of age, she is getting so much experience, particularly on this apparatus. Qualified for the finals back in 2025 in Qatar at the World Cup on this particular apparatus. And in the World Challenge Cup, actually here in Varna, back in 2024, she did get a silver medal on that occasion. I admire her for really going for the difficulty. She obviously does so well when it comes to the qualification, just needs to completely nail it as well for the finals. But always an absolute pleasure to watch her. 12.30 puts her into second place.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing Poland,
Maria Drobniak. Representing Poland, qualified fourth. To do at least 2 jumps. One of them has to be with split, so she's through that. Very nice. Looking very secure. Excellent. Beautifully down into the split. A well-constructed routine. Superb. Very strong performance there from Maria Drobniak. For her execution in qualifying, she got a 7.3. 5.4 difficulty on that occasion. Another one with really so much talent. Only 17 years of age. She looked very confident. Has already competed in 1 World Championships, 1 Europeans as well. Competed in the World Cup in Turkey recently, and also in Germany. I really liked the construction of the whole routine. And a nice double pike to finish. So 12.733 was her scoring qualification. 5.4 on the difficulty. .866, so she has increased the score slightly. That's enough to put her into first place at the moment. .266 ahead of Amy Jorgensen. So the next group have their chance of warming up now, and in that group we have Grace Davies, qualified in 5th place for Great Britain. We have Ronnie Shamai from Israel, qualified 3rd. Nicolette Silogi from Hungary, the 6th place qualifier, and Floor Sloof from the Netherlands. Well, she is really one to watch, qualified in 2nd place. And finally, Miruna Botez from Romania. So there will be 5 going in this group because we did have the wild card for Bulgaria.
Representing Great Britain, Grace Davis.
So Grace Davis from Great Britain, she's had a busy time at this World Challenge Cup. Also competed in the vault and will be in floor later. But what can she do here on the balance beam? Oh. What a shame. Coach checking that she is okay. Landed the first one well. Much better, shows her resilience, getting right back into it. Slightly off balance, as you could see at the end there. She qualified in 5th place, 12.666 was her qualification score. I hope she's okay. We'll be seeing her again in floor later, where she's qualified in first place for that. Coaches and trains at the Robin Hood Gymnastics Centre. Hasn't really competed in World Cups and World Challenge Cups over the years, but has had experience at the British and English Championships, primarily focusing on the vault and the all-around there. Also competed at the Luxembourg Open. 18 years of age, she's been doing gymnastics for about 13 years now. Wanted to follow her sister into the sport, but was really bent over there. Needed to get a little bit more height to be able to execute those pikes correctly and not have to take those steps backwards. I certainly am enjoying her performances here at this World Challenge Cup. 10.20.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing Israel, Roni Shamai.
Hopefully full of confidence after her gold in the uneven bars yesterday. This is Roni Shamai from Israel, qualified third, 5.2 on the difficulty. Beautiful flowing arms. The split jump. Back flip. Oh, just couldn't control it. And off again after the cartwheel as well. And nailed the dismount, but disappointment for her. She will be also competing in the floor later today as well. This was a great start. Competed in Croatia at the World Cup. 25th on the balance beam on that occasion. But really great for her that she qualified for the finals in the balance beam, when really the uneven bars are her strongest apparatus generally. She's almost quite a serene gymnast when you watch her. So much fluidity in the arms. Just not able to control a couple of the elements. But still managed to get her composure back. Good execution on the dismount there. .80. Difficulty 4.9, so quite a reduction from qualification. Nicolette Silogi from Hungary. Very precise. Well controlled. Looking very confident so far. Fabulous. Wow, excellent routine there from Nicolette Silogi from Hungary. 6th in qualification, but I feel sure it's going to be higher than that. Came out here and looked so confident. Won a bronze at the World Challenge Cup last year. The World Challenge Cup that was held in Turkey. In Hungary, she was 9th on the balance beam. That bronze really showing what she is capable of, and she really looked so confident. She's good on the jumps. Very steady throughout. This was wonderful. What a dismount. The women don't get the stick bonus like the men, but if they did, I think she would have had one there. 12.7 is her score, so she has increased the score from qualification. 12.866 is still leading the way. It looks like that is good enough to take her into 2nd place at the moment. Floor Sloof from the Netherlands, qualified 2nd. Oh no. Oh, all the waiting, all the preparation. No, you've qualified 2nd. You don't want to start like that. Feel for her. But showing resilience now. Can she keep it going? Steady herself down. That determination that all gymnasts need. Excellent. Very nice through the jumps and the free walkover. The speed on those rotations. Well, such a shame for her for the start, but the rest of it was very good indeed. Sometimes all you need is a hug from your coach. 13 was her score in a qualification. You can just see the frustration, but I really admire her. She got back on very, very quickly. Actually, a lot of the performance was very good indeed. Hasn't really competed in the World Challenge Cups since, well, about 3 years now. So it's great to see her competing here and qualifying for the finals. And qualifying in second place shows that what she is capable of. That was very solid. This was well controlled. Those wolf turns. Horizontal leg could maybe have been a little bit higher. And a superb dismount. Still smiling, that's what we like to see. .366. Just shows what that score would have been if she hadn't have made that error at the start.
Representing Romania, Todos.
And the last to compete, Maruna Botes from Romania, qualified in 7th place. Excellent start. Very impressive. Some originality within the choreography here. Oh, just letting that one foot slip off the beam. It's only 10 centimeters wide, I mean. So hard to stay on. I admire all of these gymnasts. So hard. And finished it nicely. 17-year-old, not quite as experienced as some of the other competitors that we've been watching here at this World Challenge Cup. She did compete in France last year. That was her only World Challenge Cup. 38th on the balance beam on that occasion, so I'm sure she was really delighted to qualify in 7th place, to actually be in a final. That was all going so well. So currently lying in first net place, we have Maria Drobniak, 12.866, ahead of Nicolette Silogi at 12.7. Amy Jorgensen from Canada, then at 12.6. is a 10.4 for Miruna Botez from Romania. Germany, Maria Drobniak taking the gold, Nicolette Slagi from Hungary taking the silver, and Amy Jorgensen taking the gold.
Third place and bronze medal, representing Canada, Amy Jorgensen.
Amy Jorgensen, she qualified in 8th place, and here she is taking the bronze medal, 12.60.
Representing Hungary,
Nicolette Silagi from Hungary qualified 6th, and now she takes the silver, 12.7.
Representing Poland,
Maria Drobniak from Poland, 12.866 to take the gold.
World Gymnastics Technical Committee member. Second place award, Ilya Koev, Deputy Mayor of City of Varna. And first place award, Chief Executive Director of Palace of Culture and Sport, Miko Christoph. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise up for the national anthem of Poland. Huge applause for the champions. Photo time. Gather on first place, please. Gather around. Yes. Now smile.
Gold to Poland, silver for Hungary, and the bronze for Canada. Here is the start list. Yodon Alexandrov will be leading the way for Bulgaria. Qualified in 4th place. Oh, was so controlled up until there. You can just see that frustration. It's allowed 30 seconds. It has to be back on the apparatus. adjustments needed. Good flexibility on that pike. Just seemed to, understandably, lose his confidence. He has dual citizenship in Bulgaria and the USA. Studied media at the University of California. Mum and Dad, both gymnasts as well. Just couldn't quite get the alignment today. And obviously deductions there. His difficulty in qualifying was 5. 11.933 is his score today. Same difficulty, obviously the execution has dropped from the 8.6 he had in qualifying. As we move on to Max Whitlock from Great Britain, 33 years of age. Very good. Single bar work there. Oh, just needed the adjustments. Shows experience that he managed to hold on to that. Some upper arm work. And the double pike, and he should get the 0.1 stick bonus. He was the only one in qualification to get it. But it made the difference between qualifying in a second or third place. Very strong performance, just that one little part where he lost form a little bit. But great to see him back competing again. Obviously retired after the 2024 Olympic Games, but wasn't happy with his 4th place in the pommel horse, so decided to come back out of retirement and now working towards the Commonwealth Games, where he has got a bronze in this apparatus in the Commonwealth Games, and also towards LA 2028. He did so well to hold on to it there. There's a lot of experience that sees him through. 3 times Olympic champion on floor and pommel horse, not on this particular apparatus, but really showing how adaptable he is across those different apparatus. Solid performance. Some good lower bar work as well. Very clear on the handstands. .2, so slightly less, about 0.5 less than he got in qualification because of that lack of form just near the start. But certainly good enough to put him into first place at the moment. Timo Eder from Germany, bronze medalist from the European Championships. very good on the alignment. Excellent. And again, very strong on the dismount. He looks absolutely delighted with that performance. He has been very busy here, has entered into all 6 apparatus. Younger brother also competes and has represented Germany, Jonas, so hopefully he will be watching. Just slightly left that short there, but that was very strong. Keeping nice straight body alignment, not too much arch in the back. 20 years of age. Scored 13.4 in qualification. If he was to get that today, it would put him up into first place. 13.2 is the current score to beat. Long way to go yet, though. 4.9 was his difficulty, so slightly less than some of the others that we're going to be seeing today. So he really needed that strong execution. I wonder if they will give him the 0.1 bonus. 13.533.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing Ukraine,
And that puts him ahead of Max Whitlock. So Sviatoslav Shved from Ukraine, the 4th to compete. Has a slightly higher degree difficulty. It was 5.1 in qualification. Just slightly letting the heels come apart there. And there. Just to be careful of that. Good. A bit of back arch to control it. Strong on the dismount. Just missed qualification for the steel rings. He has qualified for the high bar, the horizontal bar.
You'll see one for the next 4 athletes.
Competed in Croatia at the World Cup a few months ago. Not that long ago at all, actually. He was 19th in the parallel bars on that occasion. So I'm sure was delighted to qualify in a 5th place. Just a few times, just letting the legs come apart. You can see that there. The heels should really stay together. It helps with the aesthetics as well. So 13.533, the score to beat. The score was 13.566 in qualification. Execution score of 8.466 on that occasion. .833. It's first place at the moment, but we still have another 4 competitors to go. They will have their warm-up now. Those 4 competitors will be Olthan Doğan from Turkey. Qualified in a 7th place. Makyuta Melinkov from Ukraine, qualified in a 3rd place. And then it'll be Johan Ivanov from Bulgaria, Qualified 8th, but we all know if you're in the finals, anything can happen. And then last to go will be proprietário from Israel, the top qualifier. Making sure absolutely everything is right for his warm-up. Proprietário has won gold in this event before at the World Cup in Croatia last year. And he had the highest difficulty when it came to the qualifiers. Is complete. Now they'll just get everything ready for the first competitor in this second group.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing Turkey, Todos.
So the final 4 competitors being led by Ozan Doğan from Turkey, the 7th placed qualifier. He was the only one to get the stick bonus in the still rings. So let's see if he can do the same again today. Using plenty of chalk. It is supplied for them, but a lot of the gymnasts like to use their own as well. Now his difficulty in qualification was a 5.3. Very good alignment, just a tiny little bit of shuffling, legs come slightly apart. Upper arm work there. Very good travel and hold. Using all the bar. And a delighted Ozan Doğan. Just that slight adjustment on the landing after the dismount. Competed in Egypt at the World Challenge Cup this year. 13th in this apparatus. Got a 6th place in Azerbaijan last year. And 6th in the World Challenge Cup when it was held here a couple of years ago. So really getting more and more experience. I like the height that he got there. Keeping those elbows locked as well.
Yes!
Looked like a very assured performance. I love the way he used the whole of the bar as well. Good construction. And the fist pump. 5.3 was his difficulty in qualifying. Scored a 13.4 on that occasion. That would put him, oh, it's 14.166. So a massive improvement for him there, putting him up straight into first place. Well deserved. Mikito Melnikov, representing Ukraine, the third highest qualifier, but he is going to have to improve his score of 13.7 if he wants to get on that podium. To lose a little bit of control there, had to quickly come out of it. That's okay, just that little bit of back arch. Well, his difficulties only 0.1 less than Ulf van Donan, who's leading the way at 14.166. So 5.2 was the difficulty in qualification, but he had a very good execution score of 8.5. .166 is the score to beat. Fifth on this apparatus in Azerbaijan at the World Cup. Didn't make finals in Germany. Qualified in third place, the 22-year-old. Really locking those elbows there. The flex on the bars as well. .533, slightly less than qualification. That was exactly the same score as Tima Eder from Germany. That would come down to the execution then.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing Bulgaria,
Ioan Ivanov from Bulgaria, qualified in 8th place. Great to see two Bulgarians in this final. Difficulty in qualification was a 5.4. Didn't fare so well on the execution then. What can he do today? Solid so far, showing a good control. Keep those elbows out. Quickly through the moves, these elements. 8 skills throughout. Good transition there. And a double pike to finish. Just little hop back. An impressive performance, some good execution there. So 5.4 was his difficulty in a qualification. That was just 0.1 off being the highest. Just a little bit of flickering with the feet, but really nice extension through to the toes as well. Bar work. I liked the speed that he got through the transitions of the different skills. That didn't look quite as controlled as it could have done. But again, made full use of the bar, some good travel. Very solid on these handstands. Score to beat, 14.166 leading the way. 13.833 in a second. 13.866. That puts him into second place, qualified 8th, now lying second. So he is assured of a medal, along with Olfan Doğan from Turkey. One more gymnast to go. That's the highest qualifier, Ron Piatov from Israel. Highest difficulty as well in the qualifications. Just a few little adjustments there, shuffling around very quickly through the transitions, the skills. Good flexibility on the pike. Solid. Oh, just managed to hold that. Nudge forward on the dismount there, very quickly through the skills. Took gold in Croatia last year at the World Cup. So very experienced gymnast, 25 years of age. As I mentioned before, they do have 3 reserves as well for all of these apparatus, and when it comes to the reserves, it was good to see 2 from Austria, and so nearly qualified. Vincent Lindpointner and Gino Vetter qualified in 1st and 3rd place to be reserves. Sorry, didn't qualify, but shows that there's a lot of hard work going on in Austria as well, so close to qualifying. But score to beat, 14.166 to take the gold today. Silver medal, 13.866. And then 13.833. Currently in 3rd place. So that's the score to beat to get on the podium today. But he's got the highest difficulty and he scored 14.333. in qualifying, but it's a 13.866 today. So it's gold to Turkey, silver to Bulgaria, and bronze to Israel. Qualified in 1st place, but has to be content with the bronze medal today. Ron Piatov from Israel. Johan Ivanov from Bulgaria taking the silver. Stefan Doğan from Turkey taking the gold.
Third place awards Yuki, World Gymnastics Technical Committee member.
14.166 for him, so impressive. 13.866 for silver and bronze. Execution making the difference there.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise up for the national anthem of Turkey. Huge applause for the champions.
Confirmation, gold to Turkey, silver Bulgaria, bronze to Israel.
Grace Davis.
So for Great Britain, Grace Davies takes to the floor. 8 elements. And focus really on artistry as well. Certainly showed a strong performance there. Some very good tumbling. Judges also really focused on the artistry now as well. They want to see lots of variations in the rhythm and the tempo. They're looking for good posture throughout. Extension, obviously. Important to make eye contact with the judges as well. Just slightly losing balance on the end of the wolf turn there, but some strong tumbling here, that double layout. She's a very powerful athlete. Really packs in the difficulty. Just had to drop quite low after the pike. Double pikes. She certainly gets the height and the amplitude. She's had a busy few days. Competed in so many of the apparatus. 12.966. So just very slightly less than it was in qualification at 13. Not much in it at all. So she has set the bar. The others know what they've got to come out and do now. This is Floor Slow from the Netherlands. Qualified in 5th place. I thought she really made good use of her body throughout that performance, and she looked like she was enjoying it, the expression on her face. And I do like it when a gymnast does that, because it draws you into the performance more. Some fabulous tumbling as well. Really nice choreography with the music. Very good form, keeping those heels close together. Worked hard there. She had the concentration when she needed to, but she also showed personality in the performance. Bronze medalist in Croatia at the World Challenge Cup it's a few years ago actually, back in 2023. So she has been on the podium before. This wolf turn was good. 3 rotations. Look at the confidence on her face. As I say, good use of the body. Really reaching out, stretching out. And I thought this was a fabulous way to finish the performance. Some very nice choreography there. 12.80. Her difficulty is 4.8, compared with Grace Davis, it is lower, but her execution score was good.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing Israel, Roni Shammai.
Roni Shammai from Israel, qualified in 6th place. 4.9 was her difficulty in qualification. Gold medalist yesterday in the uneven bars. Plenty of contrast within that performance. At times she was serene and elegant, and then really built up towards the end of the performance. Confident throughout. I liked her interpretation to the music. She really picked out the accents of the music as well, which helps with the artistry. Some very good floor work as we have an opportunity to watch again. Terrific height there on the pikes, but just couldn't control it, so the foot went out for the 0.1 penalty. Always so elegant. 4.9 was her difficulty in the qualifiers, so look for that. We'll see if it's changed since then. 12.433 was her overall score, which was the same as Floor Sloth, who went before her. Beautiful use of the body there right at the end, right in front of the judges as well. Some good originality within the performance. As I said, I liked the way she interpreted the music and sold the performance. 12.733. Just slightly behind Fleur Sloth and Grace Davis, all very close. Shara Peter from Hungary, qualified third. a shame that was right at the end. Up until then, she really did do some fabulous tumbling. Just slightly slipped at the end. So hard to control. It's a sprung floor, which, yes, it makes it easier to get the height, that amplitude that you want to get, but it does make it very difficult to control those landings as well. But really solid on the tumbling up until there, an accomplished performance. I felt facially she could have projected a little bit more to draw the audience into her. Very nice on the tuck, and that was such a fabulous start for her. Here as well, very solid. It was all going so well. Terrific height there, and didn't need to bend the knees too much on the landing. Earlier. Shara's just competed at 2 World Championships. Took a bronze medal in the World Cup last year in Qatar on the floor. 11.5. So sadly, going to be able to repeat what she did in the qualifications, where she finished in 3rd place. So it's a warm-up for the last 4 athletes. Will be led by this young lady, Shanti-Eve Amankwa from Great Britain, qualified in 2nd place behind her teammate Grace Davies, who is leading the way at the moment with a 12.966. What a terrific performance there from Shanti-Eve Amankwa from Great Britain. Great interpretation, a stunning display, showed real personality throughout the whole performance. You couldn't take your eyes off her. Some original floor work as well. The difficulty in qualifying was 5.2, so it's 0.2 less than Grace Davis, but this was quite incredible. Absolutely perfect. She looked so determined. really enjoyed the overall performance. Some good artistry. Really nice choreography to the music. So well done to her and her coach. 12.8 was her score in qualification. So she would need to improve on that if she wants to move ahead of Grace Davies, who's on 12.966. I love this interpretation here. So much artistry, and she looked like it was almost cheeky at times, wasn't it? Fabulous. It's a 13.233. She has increased her score massively, and that puts her ahead of Grace Davies. So Jean-Yves Amanqua going ahead of her teammate there with 3 more to compete. And the next one is Marta Pinakolikova, the 38-year-old, very experienced from Poland. Strong performance there. I really liked the timing that she had with the music and the variety that she had, the intensity of some of those moves to reflect the music as well. Some good tumbling, just a couple of times, just a little bit of balance. Little adjustments needed, but she almost timed those with the music as well. Very good on the height there. So 21 years older than her teammate, who is yet to perform here in this final. She competed at the World Cup in Turkey, finished 14th in the floor there. It's the World Cup, not the World Challenge Cup. Over the years, she has had multiple World Cups, World Challenge Cups, World Championships, 9 in total. 13.233 the score to beat, 12.366. So currently, first is 13.233, Jean-Yves Amanqua from Great Britain. As we move on to Aurea Vučáka from Austria, qualified 8th. Fluid and graceful, powerful and strong when she needed to be. Normally slightly down when it comes to the difficulty. She had 4.6 difficulty in qualification. Nicely through the layouts. Just the double on the wolf turns. But very good on some of those tumbles. And keeping a good balance here. And split rotation. Another very elegant gymnast. Has competed at World Championships and European Championships. It's an 11.833 today. The difficulty is down compared with some of the others.
Representing Poland, Maria Drobniak.
Maria Drobniak from Poland qualified fourth, the last to go today. Again, good choreography, good timing with the music. Some strong tumbling. She looked like she was very much in the zone throughout that performance. That was such a strong start. .466 was her score in qualification. She didn't look entirely happy, I would say, during that performance. The secret is to hide whatever you're feeling from the judges and just look confident and happy throughout. Well, not necessarily happy, but certainly confident. Pick the feeling of the music on your face as well. So fourth in qualifying. Has she done enough to maybe move up for a third place here? It's an 11.733. 0.3 on the penalties. Before we go back to the men again. Confirmation then, Great Britain taking the gold and the silver, and Netherlands indeed taking the bronze medal. Israel, Lonnie Shmay just missing out there in fourth place.
Third place and bronze medal, representing Netherlands,
Vloslov taking the bronze at 12.80.
Second place in silver medal, representing Great Britain, Grace Davies.
It's a silver for Grace Davies, 12.966.
And fourth place in gold medal, representing Great Britain,
And a truly fabulous performance from Shante-Eve Amankwa from Great Britain to take the gold, 13.233.
Third place awards, President of Bulgarian Technical Committee for Women, Second place award, World Gymnastic Technical Committee member. And first place award, Chief Executive Director of Palace Culture and Sport, Miko Christo. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise up for the national anthem of Great Britain. Huge applause for the champions.
A second medal for Shanta Eva Mankwa. Been taken a silver in the uneven bars yesterday as well, but today it's a gold. Silver for Grace Davis, bronze for Floor Sloof. But here's the start list for the last final of the day, the final. Timo Ada will be leading the way for Germany.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We start with the final, this World Challenge Cup horizontal bar final. Timo Ada from Germany, qualified 8th. Very impressive. Confident. Fabulous. Showing the different grips. One arm swing. Close bar work. Very impressive indeed. His qualifying score was a 12.7. His difficulty was a 5.2 for that qualification. But he came out here full of confidence, and you often see that if somebody has qualified in 8th place, they've got absolutely nothing to lose when it comes to the final. They can come out here and give it absolutely everything and set the bar high for everyone else. It's bound to be a high bar really, isn't it? Seeing as it's the horizontal bar that we're looking at. "20 years of age. Competed at the World Championships last year. On that occasion, the floor was his highest scoring apparatus. But an impressive start. 13.666, nearly a full point more than he got in the qualification. Difficulty remained the same at 5.2. But what a start from Timo Ada. Bartoszów Szwed from Ukraine has a lower degree difficulty in qualification, but still qualified in 6th because he had very good execution. Really getting the speed up. Stayed close to the bar. Strong on the release and catch. And straddle there. Shoulder flexibility. Good execution again, and he should get the additional 0.1 for the stick. Really held on to the landing. So his difficulty is down at 4.7 from the qualification. So he has to rely on a very solid and good execution, which it was. His score in qualification was a 12.966. So we get a chance to see it again. really looked very confident throughout. Tenth in this apparatus at the World Cup this year in Croatia. But 13.666 has set the bar high. Fabulous on the dismount. .966 in qualification. 13.666 the score to beat. But his difficulty will be lower. 13.533. But it's a big increase, and considering he had that difficulty down, another good execution score. Just slightly behind Timo Ada overall score though. The silver medalist in the vault, Daniel Trifonov from Bulgaria. Can it be another medal this afternoon? Getting so much speed and momentum. Momentum really helps. Good flexibility for the bar work. And a very solid performance there, absolutely nailed that. Very confident after that silver in the vault. He'll get the stick bonus. And to think he just qualified in a 7th place. Those ones that have qualified in the latter part, the 6th, 7th, 8th, they're the ones that have gone first, and they've come out here and done some really tremendous performances. Silver medalist at the World Cup in Uzbekistan last year on this apparatus. What a World Challenge Cup he is having in front of a home crowd as well. Always good to have the extra support, but it can increase the nerves a little bit as well, because you want to go out there and do your very best, not only for yourself and your coach, but also for everybody that's come along to support you as well. And he has certainly done that over the last couple of days. He also scored 12.966 in qualification, but his execution was slightly behind the Ukrainians, so that's why he was qualifying in 7th place, not 6th. Very good form in the air there. What a way for him to finish this World Challenge Cup. 13.666. It's going to be down to the execution. His was 8.666.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing Israel.
So we'll have to wait and see whether it's the Bulgarian or the German so far. But a long way to go. And this is Ron Otal from Israel, the 3rd qualifier. 13.633 was his score, so if he wants to be top of the podium, he's going to have to go higher in this final. He does go for a very difficult program, 5.5, so more difficult than the ones we've seen so far today. Superb. Like he had all the time in the world there. that might make all the difference, that little step forward at the end. A fabulous performance there from Ron Ortal, representing Israel. He did get the bonus in a qualification, but he won't today. I wonder if, yeah, that could possibly make the difference. But he has got higher degree difficulty, so that is certainly going to help him. The height that he got there, wonderful to watch. Really good alignment, close bar work, the shoulder flexibility. Seventh in the high bar in Germany. That was earlier this year. Really, that's just been his only international competition. So certainly one to watch. Just 18 years of age, one of the youngest here. What's it going to be? 13.666 is the score to beat. He has the higher degree difficulty. Wait for your scores. 13.566. Ah, if he had nailed that dismount and got the stick bonus, he would have been the third one on 13.666. But puts him in to third place at the moment. So that's the first four, and now it will be warm up for the last four. It will be Roman Kuyugai from Kazakhstan going first, and he is the top qualifier as well. Zilad Zafari from Hungary is the second highest qualifier. He will be going second in the second group. Bolazkish from Hungary will be the penultimate gymnast here at this World Challenge Cup. He qualified in 5th place, and then Jorde Hagenaar from the Netherlands will be the last to compete. Just edged out his teammate Elijah Faveras from the Netherlands as well. He would have been the first reserve.
Ladies and gentlemen,
so Roman Kuyugai from Kazakhstan, the highest qualifier. He didn't have the highest degree difficulty. It's a 5.3 from qualification, but he had very strong execution. What can he do today? Oh, lost the momentum there. That's going to affect the scores. Oh dear, what a shame. Qualified first, puts more pressure on you really, doesn't it? What a disappointment for him. The main thing is, I hope he's okay. The speed that they can come off the bar. He looks okay, so he will regroup and carry on. So it will be a full point deduction there. Showing the different grips. Well, 13.833 was his score in qualification. Sadly, it's not going to be up there today. Did well to keep it going here, but then built up, got the speed, but missed the catch. Almost did it. Not getting the stick bonus here today either, which he did in the qualification. That flexibility. Very elegant gymnast to watch. But a frustrating day for him. We've seen a lot of that today with the ones that qualified in the latter stages coming up and then getting the podium places. 11.233.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing Hungary,
Szilard Zafari for Hungary, the second highest qualifier, bronze medalist at the World Cup, Challenge Cup in Hungary back in 2024. Goes for high difficulty, 5.6 in qualification. Fabulous so far. Can he keep this going? Oh, doesn't get the stick. 0.1 at the end. You can see the frustration on their faces at the end of that dismount. They all really want that 0.1. But nevertheless, a strong performance and a difficult routine. 13.733 was his score in the qualification. He wasn't top when it came to the execution, but the difficulty certainly helped with that. If he was to get the same score today, that would put him up into first place. 13.666 leading the way at the moment. Timo Eder and Daniel Trivanov. Got great height there. Very quickly through the elements with different skills. .333. It's not going to be a medal for him today, unfortunately.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing Hungary, Balázs Kiss.
Balázs Kiss from Hungary, the penultimate competitor. Generally doesn't push the difficulty too high, but has good execution. Needed to settle there just a little bit. Oh, so good right up until the very ending, that dismount. Qualified in 5th place, the 26-year-old, the oldest competitor in this final. He's competed at 3 World Championships, 5 European Championships, and a few World Cups and World Challenge Cups along the way. Often made finals, but more in the still rings rather than the horizontal bar. His execution score was 8.4 in qualifying for an overall total of 13. Showing real strength there with the one-armed work. Really good form during the flight, but just not getting the landing. 12.1. Fabulous to see 2 Hungarians in the final. The last competitor at this World Challenge Cup, and that is left to Jordi Hagenaar from the Netherlands, qualified in 4th place. Can he move up 1 place and get on that podium? Needs good execution. His difficulty normally a 4.7. That's a great start. Brilliant. Oh, very impressive. Quickly through all of the skills. Just a little movement of the foot means he won't get the 0.1 bonus. I wonder if that will make a difference for him. He knew he had to go out there and give everything. That's the benefit of going last, I think. You know what you have to go out there and beat. And 13.666 is the score to beat to get on the top of the podium. 13.533 to get on the podium. Such good height there. This was so impressive. That shoulder flexibility is quite incredible. Working hard in the hope of qualifying for LA 2028. Competed at 2 World Championships and a couple of World Cups and World Challenge Cups along the way as well, as long as 2 European Championships. Just waiting for those final scores to come up. .066 was his score in qualifying. It's a 13.2. It's not going to be enough for a rostering place today, but it is an improvement over his qualification score. So you can't ask for more than that, really, can you? So has the Bulgarian done enough to take the gold? He had 8.666 as his execution, and he has. He takes the gold ahead of Timo Eder, and Rune Utal from Israel takes the bronze. Rune Utal from Israel taking the bronze, 13.566. Timo Eder from Germany, the silver, 13.666.
First place and gold medal, representing Bulgaria,
It was a silver in the vault, and now he stands top of the podium to take the gold. Daniel Trivanov from Bulgaria, also 13.666, but just won it on execution, 8.666.
Second place award, president of local organizing committee, Olympic medalist and world champion, Jordan Joce.
Второ място награждава Йордан Йовчев, президент Българския организационен комитет.
And first place award, president of Bulgarian Federation of Artistic Gymnastics, vice Olympic champion, Krasimir Dunev.
Първо място награждава Красимир Дунев, президент на Българска федерация по спортна гимнастика.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise up for the national anthem of Bulgaria.
What a way to finish. The final gold medal going to Bulgaria. Confirmation then. Gold to Bulgaria, silver to Germany, bronze to Israel.